Alright, so I'm going to do a little bit of a showcase of a certain thing you can do in CvS2. So, in the SN and K groups, you are given the mechanic of running. You know, double tap forward, hold, you can run, super jump, all that. But, the main thing I want to talk about is a certain technique called Runstop. Essentially, it's done with fast characters with fast moves, like a crouch jab or crouch short. And what it is you run forward, and you attack, and you do it multiple times in quick succession, so it'll look a bit like this. It'll look a little bit like that. And it looks complicated, because it's just a bunch of fast inputs, back to back like that. And I'm here to tell you that you can do this. If you are an SN or K groover, it's a simple thing, it just takes a lot of practice. So, generally what I do for Runstop is I run and I do the attack, but notice when I do Runstop, I'm doing the attack with a down forward motion and not a straight down motion. So this is because I'm actually doing my attack, and then it's easier for me to buffer the forward input. As you can see, I just turn the stick up there. I buffer my forward input, and then I do that. Generally what you do is after you do the attack, you would buffer the forward input, and then you'd quickly let the stick into neutral, and then you'd use, say, like your thumb or your two index and middle finger to move the stick forward. If I had a webcam, I would show this, but I'll maybe do it in a later video just to show you. But yeah, basically I let the stick in neutral for a very short moment, and I use my index finger to tilt the stick forward. Ideally, you want to run the first frame after you attack, but that's not going to always be the case. Sometimes you do it too soon and you end up doing a jab without moving at all. So that's just some things to know. That's the basics of like actually performing Runstop, but it's gonna take a bit of practice. It's a lot of fast inputs back to back, but it's definitely doable, and it's honestly a really good tool to add into your arsenal. So some pros of Runstop. It's pretty hard to poke out of. If I change the dummy setting to this right here, it's hard to guard against that. And then if you end with like a basic block string, it's gonna take off a lot of guard. It's kind of one of the best things about Runstop. It's always just endless pressure. You have to poke out of it somehow. And just like that, just that quick string right there, did half guard bar. You'll see this a lot with Akuma players, like Sakamoto or someone like that, or Daidaraku. They tend to use N groove and K groove, their runs, and they tend to just Runstop, jab, 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 constantly like that, and it creates really good offense. And yeah, that's one thing to note about it, but it can be fought against. So let's say if you're on the receiving end of Runstop pressure, here's how you deal with it. So there are dummies on Runstop. The best you could do is try to poke out of it at a very specific moment during a run. But as you can see, it's really hard for me to do it with a standard button. You know, I'm just mashing light punch, and it's just not coming out. It's really hard to get the opponent ready. So what I suggest doing actually is a reversal, like a DP. If you know what's coming, if you 100% know, okay, he's gonna do the jab, you would end up doing a DP. It's hard to do though. The window to DP out of this is very tight. But if you can get it down, if you can get the timing down, just have a dummy do Runstop pressure like in this situation, it will help you out. It will help you out against this type of pressure, because it can be really hard to deal with, as you can see, because it's even worse if you don't have a true reversal, and stuff like that could happen where I could get out of range and I could whiff it. So you want to make sure you do your reversal at the right time. Because dealing with that run stop, it's going to be really hard. And this is pretty universal. You could do it with a majority of characters in the game. I've seen it done with Geese, Chun-Li, Akuma, Bison even, the Shotos, not really Dan, but the good Shotos, Kyo, Rugal, Eagle. I've done it with Eagle a lot. There's a lot of characters in this game who can do run stop, and it's mostly you're doing it with their low jab, because generally the jabs in this game are faster than shorts. But you can do low short because it gets them blocking low rather than high. And yeah, so that's one way you can think about doing run stop. But it is hard to poke out of. The only way you can do it is a reversal. And there is a counterplay to you doing a reversal. So if I actually record the dummy, and I'm just holding down back, right? I could do a reversal, and if they know I'm gonna do a reversal, they could just hold down back and they could block my reversal, and I get punished for it. So that's one thing you have to be wary of. The fact that they could block your reversal. So when you're trying to get out of run stop pressure, I suggest doing like a jab DP so that if it gets blocked, you're not going to get punished by something too much. The only problem is that the range is very low, as you just saw. So yeah, just commit to a jab DP more than anything. It's a very good reversal, and it's also pretty low committing, but I wouldn't rely on it too much. Another thing to note is that run stop gives you mix-ups. Real lot of mix-ups. So, for example, if I'm doing run stop, I can use a throw. So if I have them in the corner and I'm doing run stop, I can throw them. Fucked it up there. That was not a tick throw, I just messed up with the DP. And say you're like in mid-screen range, and you're too far, you just do a run, and you stop and you throw. That one's actually really good, and it's also really hard to see. You'll see this with characters like Geese. They'll do it, and then they'll run, they'll stop for just a moment, and then they're gonna throw you. To do that one, what you do is you do the dash, but you don't go down forward. You just let go, and you just press forward, heavy punch. Because obviously you can't throw out of a dash, you have to stop in a dash to make sure you throw. And this is overall a really strong mix-up if they're just like blocking, they don't know what to do. You just catch them blocking with that. Another mix-up you could do, if I have them. If I have them crouching, you could do that. You could have them forced to be blocked at cross-up. But let's just say... that's a lot of training options. Okay, so say I'm doing run stop. I do a short hop cross-up into a DP. This is actually really good if you're in a short hop groove. If you do run stop, you can just jump and do a DP. A lot of players, when they're in a short hop groove, they don't know that you could just do short hop into special and it'll combo. You'll actually see this a lot with Akuma. He'll do a like short hop and then he'll go into a light Tatsu since the Tatsu will hit on the way up. With Ryu, it's best to just do a DP, so I'm gonna do that. I like to do a jab DP because if I end up dropping my combo, I'm gonna get punished, but not too much. So let me do the mix-up again. I'm doing run stop, I do a short hop into a DP. The combo window is pretty tight, but with enough practice, you can definitely get it down. Right now, I'm just dropping left and right because I'm a little bad right now. But you get the idea. It is a true combo. It's just a matter of actually practicing right there. And you can even do a short hop to land in front. You can also do a short hop and confirm into a super. If I can do that. But you can also do that. You can just do an empty jump and then do a super. For some reason, I'm not getting a super. So yeah, that's another mix-up you can do. So those are like the two main mix-ups you see people do with Runstop. They do a Runstop, and they'll either throw, they'll do that, or they'll do a Runstop, and then they'll do short hop. Oh shit! Short hop, jump attack, DP. Those are the two main mix-ups you'll see with a Runstop, and yeah, that's kind of the basics of it. So just to recap, Runstop, to buffer, you want to do a run, down forward, and then buffer your next attack as you're doing the jab, and then you do your final forward input, ideally the first frame after you regain control. And as for fighting Runstop, make sure you're fighting Runstop, you make sure you want to do a reversal. Always gets it good, but always be weary of the fact that they can just block your reversal, so do it at a very unpredictable time, so then they're not always going to be ready for a incoming reversal. What you can also do with Runstop is to get out of a range where they can jab you. So right here, at this range, Ken's jabs and shorts will whiff, so I can just do a sweep. And you can just do that. So if you're doing Runstop, you can also just get out of the range of a jab and then do that. And remember, you can get hit out of a reversal, and for mix-ups, just run up, throw. And then, you know, the short hop into DP. Yeah, that's really all I have for Runstop. Execution heavy, but also really cool to watch. You'll do this on somebody and they're gonna be like, how the hell did you do that? And just one more note, S-Groove players, please use this. I never see S-Groove players do this. Please use this mechanic, it's awesome. I love doing it, especially with Eagle. I don't know why with Eagle, but yeah, please use this mechanic. You also have mix-ups off of it. Like you could do a Runstop, dodge, and attack if they try to poke out of it. That's S-Groove specific though, but yeah, this S-Groove players, please use this mechanic. It's really cool. But yeah, that's all I really have for this video. I might do more like these where I cover specific techniques that, you know, might be underused, might not be, might be really popular, but yeah, that's all I really have for this video. Hope you liked it, and yeah, that's all I have.